So I'm sure you already know our theme for this event is strong, not stretched. A mental health check-in for women doing it all. Let's be sincere, as women, many times we are stressed, right? If we are being sincere, because we have to juggle work many times. You have a business, sometimes you're handling. For those who are married, you have families, you have children. Even for those that don't have children yet, I mean, just being in the family alone, sometimes you carry the responsibilities. It's a lot, right? And many times women are praised for being super women, for having superpowers. It's good. But then again, beyond the fact that we receive these compliments, sometimes we want to be listened to. Sometimes you just want to run. Sometimes you just want to look inwards and be sure that we're actually doing okay. So that's why we're having this conversation right now. And this meeting, this webinar is holding under the auspices of MEEI Women Network. And I'll quickly introduce the MEEI Women Network briefly. Now, we are simply a program or a network of women dedicated to uplifting and supporting each other. Now, we offer mentorship, training, and networking opportunities specifically tailored to women entrepreneurs. Although we have some professionals in our midst, and they have programs that benefit them as well. Programs like this. So now, they are not just about business anyways. They're also about growth. They're also about confidence and empowerment. And through partnerships with industry leaders, we provide women with the tools that they need to overcome challenges, grow their businesses, and take on leadership roles in that community. So in case you're wondering, how Community Women is holding? Yes. So one way we empower women is through our monthly Fireside Chat, which we hold every month. And right now, right here, what we're doing is one of such events that we have. So you're welcome once again. Now, I don't want to waste too much time because this topic is very exciting. And we have a wonderful speaker who will be talking to us about mental health. Now, I must tell you that you should not be missing. You should not miss out on any of these sections. Why? Because every single thing you'll be learning today is something you're going to apply. It's going to be very practical. You're not going to be talking too much. Just listen and do what you're told to do. So I'll introduce her. Her name is Blessing Enebong. Now, she is a passionate mental health therapist, an emotional wellness coach, a writer, and visionary founder of Brace Up Integrated Consult. That's a leading mental health and personal development organization. She has over 5 years of offering counseling, emotional wellness training, and mental awareness programs. Now, she has empowered countless individuals through therapy, through coaching and training sessions. She is deeply committed to helping individuals heal, grow, and thrive. Now, she is the creative force behind Brace Up TV, a growing YouTube channel that delivers transformative content on mental health, emotional intelligence, personal growth, and faith-based inspiration. Her signature programs include the LER course, that is Lady, Her Emotions and Her Relationship, the Intentional School, and the Mini Therapy Boot Camp, designed for people who may not afford full therapy but need applications in psychology, emotional intelligence, leadership, mental health, and human communication. She has served as a therapist and coach with organizations like More Reform, TGIP, and She Connects Africa. Right? So you can see she's very experienced. And through every post, through every session, through every course, Blessing continues to live out her mission, which is helping people become emotionally whole, mentally strong, and purposefully aligned. Hi, Blessing. Good evening, and thank you for joining us here tonight. How are you doing today?
Good evening.
Good
I'm shy.
evening. Good to have you join us on this call at this time. In fact, I don't know, we are so expectant today. So what do you have to say to us before we begin?
Okay, let me just be sure. You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. Sorry that I'm looking somehow. I'm a bit
Ah,
under weather, and my
so
voice is not really
sorry.
that clear. So please bear with me. Just in case you can't hear me, please you can also call me to that. Yes, I'm super excited because when it comes to mental health, I always say instead of running mad, let's try and help you out. So that's I'm super excited. Yeah. And I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to sharing tonight.
Amazing. Thank you, Blessing. So, you ready for us tonight?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay. All right. So let's proceed. I'm going to try and share my screen now, but you can get started already by the
Okay.
introduction.
All right. Good evening, everybody. At least I'm familiar with some persons here. Hi, Glory. Hi, Peculiar. Hi, Faith. And I'm meeting NG. I think I should just stick with NG. Okay. I'm seeing a name I'm not familiar with, but nice to
That's
meet every
Rita.
one of you. Okay,
That's the
Rita.
Rita you know.
Okay. Okay, ma. All right. So thank you everyone for joining. So thank you MEEI. You know, it's better for me to use the acronym. If I'm using me, as though I'm talking to myself. Thank you very much for the invite. I'm really grateful. I know it's not easy for you to shift it. Today is our birthday. And I didn't know, and even I knew I would have pleaded that I would have said, okay, let's not have it today. So I was guilty, I'm guilty. But really,
Oh my
thank you.
god. Thank
Okay.
you.
I hope you can hear me, or do I need to change location because neighbor here just turned on the gen? Is it okay, or I should change the location?
I can hear
We can
you.
hear the
I can hear
background
you, sir.
noise, but we can hear you clearly.
And no, I want to know if it's okay, or do I need to move from here?
It's okay.
Well, if it's okay, I think the participants can hear you clearly, so you can go ahead.
Okay, all right, no problem. So when I think I can use Ma'am Ejiro, let me respect Grace. When she reached out to me and talked about this topic, I felt like, oh yeah, it's something I've really been looking forward to because I think the last month I was invited to a Telegram group where we're talking about this, where a lot of women were really burned out. You go to prayer meetings, women are many there. In the workspace, women want to dominate, everybody's fighting. People are on Twitter to the point that we now have two types of feminists. There's the bitter feminist and there's the normal feminist. Everybody just wants to be heard. And women right now are trying so hard, want to fit in by all means. They want to be respected at home, they want to be respected in their place of work. So it's a whole lot of things. So that's where this topic now comes in. Okay, we have, women are always seen. If you, who has noticed during Mother's Day, you see things like Happy Mother's Day to my strong mother. And somebody asked her and said, who can't get the wicked mama with the street? Because everybody is claiming their mom is strong. But the question is, does strength mean that vulnerability is not embedded in it? That's part of the things we're going to be finding out tonight. So just like you've seen on the slide, the topic is strong, not stretched, a mental health check-in for women doing it. Okay, I think this night, these people are after me. Now the dog is barking. I think can you just give me few minutes? Let me just step to the go to the parlor immediately. I thought the room would have been better.
Okay.
All right. So before she comes back, please do well to share. You can share the link with your friends, with your neighbors. You know, there's a friend out there that's already burnt out right now. share the link to her. Tell her, please come and join this conversation, because you're going to learn a lot. Like, I mean, people are going through stuff, especially ladies, and there's literally nobody to talk to sometimes. So when you have conversations like this, it's just fair to just, share to your friends. I think you should connect to, that mother that, needs this kind of message, can do well to share to her. All right, there's over to you.
All right, thank you. So I think here is better. So I've been introduced, so there's no need, you can just go on. Please, the next slide. So now this is introduction. Yeah, now I can see what you're talking about. It looks a bit tiny. So I would have to minimize my screen so that I can read it out from my hand. So now this introduction here, the first bullet point is women are known to be strong beings who are selfless, especially when it comes to childbearing. Being a super wife, work balance life, such that she can wear many hats and still be exceptional. Over the years, a lot of women has come to see their relevance as these additions the society has labeled women to be. Why did I say that? It is now known in the society that if a woman is married and she doesn't have a child, she's not seen as a strong woman. If a woman goes through labor and she uses CS, she's not someone said she's not an Hebrew woman. Or if a lady is not yet married and she's of age, and when I mean of age in Africa here, it's specific. If you're in your 30s or late 20s, you are not yet married, you are not seen as someone that is of high relevance. Okay? So there's a lot of things that society has tagged to be strength for a woman. But then the question is this: being a woman, is this all it entails? What is that? Is it just giving birth to children, being married, having a good work-life balance, and all of those things? What if you are not any of these things, or you are even struggling while others are applauding you? I don't know if some persons will, there is this criteria some people have that tells you that if a woman cannot pound yam, they told me then when I was a child, a teenager, they said, if I can't pound yam, I'm not a good wife material. And I was like, if that is the criteria, remove me from that list. And to be sincere with you, I actually attempted it. So I was learning it, although in my house we didn't eat much of pounded yam. It's mostly New Year, things like that, special occasions. But my dad is not a fan of it, so maybe probably if he was, would have learned it. So those kind of statements just feels weird. I was even sharing on LinkedIn some days ago when someone posted something, and I was like, why does it feel like your mother is like my mom? When I was growing up, telling my mom that we're sick, because we are mostly girls, telling her you're sick is an offense. And I can't blame her, because that's the way she grew up. My mom will tell you, there's this very manipulative response she gives you. Lie down. Don't worry, when you get married, I will come and be cooking for your husband. Because she feels like even if you are sick as a woman, you should be able to work yourself out. So I had to grow with such a mindset that even when I'm not feeling too well, I will still look for something to do. Even when I'm having very crazy migraine, I am looking for something to do. Because it feels like if I don't do all of these things, I am not a woman. So now, let's now check what are the many hats women are wearing right now. You can move to the next slide, please. So now you can see different hats that women are wearing. Your own hat may be different. So here we have a career woman, we have a mother, a partner, a home manager. We have a caregiver, we have leader, a volunteer, we have spiritual servants. Some women are pastors in their church. Some of them hold very high esteem positions in churches and whatever spiritual gatherings. We have a daughter, we have a sister, a 9-to-5 worker, we have a health professional, that's the doctors and the likes. We have emotional support system. Mind the emotional support system for a woman, it's not by just career. You have to be there for your husband, you have to be there for your children. I don't know if you have stayed around children, the question they will throw at you, it will look like maybe you skipped that stage of being a child. So you have to be an emotional support system to every one person around you. And then you have to be a businesswoman. There are persons that the hats they are wearing, they are businesswomen. You are an organizer, you're a planner. In fact, I think personally, I would say being a woman, you have to be. Glory, is it a mistake? You are raising your hand.
No, it's a mistake.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Please just help us unmistake it. All right. So these are the many hats that women are wearing and much more. It's more than this, by the way. So in case your own hat was not mentioned, doesn't mean you are not a woman. You're still a woman. All right. So the point here to note is society glorifies strength, but rarely checks in on your sanity. I repeat, society glorifies strength but rarely checks in on your sanity. Remember, the topic is strong, not stressed. You are a strong woman doesn't mean you have to break down. Being strong doesn't mean you have to lose yourself entirely. No, we're going to be buttressing it. So the next slide here is what are the hats you're currently wearing, which is more like a discussion. So if you want to unmute yourself, it's still fine. If you feel that, oh, I should just type it, you can type it. So what are the hats you're wearing currently? Let's hear you. Let's see it in the comment section. Let's see it via your, just unmute yourself and share. Please, yeah, thank you. Or the women here are not wearing hats. Let me know. Are we not wearing hats? What are the roles that you're playing currently? Are you a career woman plus business, or a 9 to 5 tier lady, or you're married? Anyone? Let's hear you. Or have I changed my language? It's English I'm still speaking. No? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, participant. So, what are the many hats you're wearing? Are you a mother,
What are
a
the hats
teacher,
you're
a
wearing?
businesswoman? Can
Hello.
you unmute and speak? Yeah, hi. Go ahead, Ngozi.
Okay. Faith said she's a career
Hello.
woman, a 9 to
Can I be
5, and
heard?
a student. Yes, sure, you can, ma.
I'm a mother. Yeah.
We can hear you.
I am a mother, a wife, and a
Okay, thank
businesswoman.
you very much. So we just have two women that shared. What about
I
others?
said I am a mother and a businesswoman. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Rita. It seems some persons are not wearing hat too, or is it that you don't know your hat? Okay, let me just share my own hat. So for me, I'm a mother,
Welcome.
I'm a someone's partner, right? I'm a businesswoman, I'm a career person, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister. Okay, I can't say I'm a cousin because I really don't have very close relationship with my cousins. I'm a coach too, yeah. You can put me under the health practitioner. So basically, everybody is wearing a lot of hats. I don't know why people don't want to share, so we'll just have to proceed because we have quite a number of slides to digest tonight. Please, ma, the next slide. So the next slide here is what it looks like to be drained. Like I said, it's very dicey where everybody is feeling like, oh, for you to be tagged as a strong person, it means that you have to do certain things. So for you to be those certain things, it's really, really tricky. If care is not taken, you're finding yourself being drained, but yet people are applauding you and tagging it as being strong. So we're going to be looking at different signs of being drained. And I had to break it down because beyond the general signs of being drained, I had to break it down to different parts so that you can find which one you fit in. Okay, so some signs of being mentally and emotionally stretched is constant fatigue. Constant fatigue. Yeah, it's not everything that's malaria. Sometimes it's just that you are just drained mentally and emotionally. All right, snapping out easily. You are already stretched from your place of work, from your business place, and your child just comes to you. Normal thing your child does to you, the next thing you just start snapping out. Stop it, I don't like it, I don't like it. And you just feel like the child probably just feel, what did I do? This is something we do normally, but not knowing that it is because of something that has happened. That's what we call most times transfer of aggression. So snapping out easily, it's another sign of being drained. Feeling guilty when resting. Oh my God. I feel a lot of women are at this table where when you rest, in fact, I put my mom as the group leader on this table. My mom feels like resting, I feel that it's even better now that she's getting older. Then when my mom was way younger, resting is like she had lost her title of being a superwoman.
Sure.
My mom then doesn't sleep for so long, and by the time she wakes up, she starts looking for something to do. I want to tell her that everything is done, even if it's as tiny as a tilted cup on the table. My mom is that kind of person that she has very strong photographic memory. So if he tilts something, she will know. Who touched this thing? He rests. So some women feel guilty whenever they are resting. If you are such a person, then you are really, really stretching yourself. Emotional numbness. I don't know if I can count this as emotional numbness. I saw a video on TikTok. The lady has crammed what the children do normally on everyday basis. So she recorded voice notes for each issue. So whenever she's not hearing their sound, she will play a particular voice note while she's eating. Like they cannot come and kill her. But you know that there are some women that there is nothing that is passing their presence that they react to. They are just numb. It's not about being introverts. It's not every character you see that you feel that is temperamental. Some persons are just numb based on experiences. So, and then we have the other one, headaches, anxiety, and overthinking. You say A, you have thought far from there. So these are just a few general signs. Okay, so we'll move to the next one, and this time we're going to focus on the mental signs and the emotional signs. Of course, there'll be time for us to share. All right, so but for now, let's just run through it. Please, the next slide. So these are some signs of mental stretching or mental drainage or mental drain. In English, you understand. Number one, we have difficulty concentrating. Have you noticed there are some times where you become so absent-minded, especially if you're a kind of person that you remember things very well, then suddenly you don't concentrate. You're absent-minded at every tiniest thing. It's not that you're thinking about a lot of things, because sometimes absent-mindedness can be because your mind is elsewhere. But this one, you know, it is not like you're thinking anything. You just cannot concentrate. That's another sign of being drained mentally. Constant overthinking. You have gone far. Although most of these signs, by the way, is linked to different things, experiences, some mental and emotional issues with some issues that you're facing. Probably you've not dealt with a lot of things. It's very possible, but for the sake of this class, let's just focus on this pattern. All right, forgetfulness. Your child comes, mommy, I told you that tomorrow they say we should bring broom. When did you tell me? That time we were cooking. Why did you? Oh, my son. Oh, my daughter. I've forgotten. Oh, mommy, what's happening to you these days? That's a sign that you are really, really drained mentally. Another thing is feeling overwhelmed by simple tasks. Little things just overwhelm you. You don't even have power to stretch some things. You are not sick. You don't have any medical issue, but you just don't feel, you are just feeling overwhelmed by little tasks such as just going, or probably just making, okay, no, I wanted to say making pap. I just realized that pap is overwhelming. that that thing, there's nothing they can teach you that making pap. That there will not be mistake, but some tasks that are simple to you, suddenly you just get overwhelmed by it. Mental fog and zoning out. Someone is talking to you, you have zoomed off, you are no longer there. That could be a sign. And then we have here, I just need a minute to think, but the clarity never comes. You are not just getting anything straight. Most times you are drained. All right, so some emotional signs here: you are easily irritated or emotionally reactive. Anything triggers you. You are crying unexpectedly or feeling numb. Your child is crying to you and you are crying with the child. Your child is thinking you are feeling ease or pain, whereas you are feeling pain, like, who sent me? Why did I give birth? All right, so sometimes it's also, it could be that way, that you are just triggered, you're tired, it's becoming, you're crying unexpectedly or feeling numb. You're in the kitchen, you're cooking soup, and suddenly you're crying. Is it the soup that is making you teary? No, a lot of persons get exhausted. All right, feeling unappreciated or invisible. I think so many people face this thing where you just feel like, oh, I am going out of my way to do all of these things even when I'm tired, and nobody is appreciating me, nobody is making me sing, nobody is doing all of this. Okay, I would give an example from a movie I saw. All right, the woman, oh, by the way, ladies and women, those that are married here, please take out time, no matter how little, to have rest. They don't give award for a woman that kills herself all in the name of being super. The world will still stone you. Don't feel guilty in taking a break. So in the movie, the woman has two boys, and her husband is practically like a child. So she does a lot of work in the house. So that weekend, she decided to take a break, and she went to a family gathering, and she told the children that, and told all of them they should not turn the house upside down. Then she left. So by the time she came back, truly these people were very active. Like, they were cleaning, they were cooking, they were doing everything. Then she suddenly started feeling bad. I know that feeling where it just feels like, oh, I'm practically invisible. The things normally, like, oh, why is this toilet, maybe normally the toilet, there's always water on the floor, and this time it's always clean. She goes to the kitchen, food is ready, and it just feels like I am no longer needed. So she started having mood swing, and her husband was wondering what's going on. So one of the sons actually behaves he's more like the feminine version of the son, not like he's gay, by the way, but he has this, he can understand women better. So he told the dad that the mom is actually feeling that she's no longer needed. So what they are going to do is they are going to do something that will get her involved. All right, I'm talking about feeling unappreciated or invisible. So he just did something that normally they would do, and when he did it, the mom came running. What happened? Then he saw the son did that thing. She was like, I don't know what is wrong with you people. If I'm not here, will you people never do anything good? Will you people not do this? But the boy knew what he did. He wanted the mom to feel visible again. All right, so if you don't feel appreciated or you feel invisible, and it just feels like nobody even cares about you, most times it's also a sign of being emotionally drained. All right, you start feeling resentment towards your family, resentment towards your children, resentment towards your co-workers, resentment towards anybody around you, just because it just feels like nobody is valuing you as much, and it just gets tiring. You're going out of the way, meeting your budget, stretching over and over again, and then no one even cares. It causes resentment. Then the other part is your inner voice says nobody even sees how much I'm doing. All right. And lastly, here, lack of motivation for things you once used to love. So this is the time we're going to now have a gist. Okay. So I've been talking. So let's hear from people. All right. So have you ever felt any of this at one stage in your life? Or let me have it this way. If currently, what is that thing that you feel that is really draining you out, even as a woman? Is there anybody that wants to share? Maybe you just feel, I'm really, really tired of being a woman. You know, there are some people that will say, my next word, I want to come as a man. Being a woman is stressful. I don't know how that's possible. I actually like being pampered. I like being a woman. I don't want to be a man no matter what. So is there anything currently really draining you out, or do you see yourself exhibiting any of these signs? And can you tell us why you feel that way? So is there anybody willing to share with us? We are not honoring the dead, so there's no need for silence. Let's share. Is there anyone experiencing such a thing? Let's hear from you. It has to be as practical as it can be.
Okay, so maybe I'll go first.
All right.
Since no one is speaking. All right, so I'll start with the mental signs. So for me recently, it's been more like feeling overwhelmed by simple tasks, like things I know that normally I'll do with ease. All of a sudden, it's like, I beg. It's becoming tiring. Like I don't want to even do anything. I just want to stay on my own and just be in one place doing nothing. So now that you mentioned it, I think it's mental stress. And then for the emotional signs, I think what applies to me more is that easily being irritated. Like I just snap without even knowing it. I'm angry, and I'm wondering, maybe it's when I'm done. It that dawns on me like you didn't have to react like that. How about but that shows that I'm drained though. Seriously. And then that's lack of motivation for things I once loved, because sometimes we get used to, or I get used to, I do a lot of routine with work, with a lot of things I do. So I'm like, must I even do this today? Like, can I just not do it? And yeah, I'm at that point, and this sometimes leads me to just feel so numb. I'm just restless. I don't even know. I can't even say this is what I want to do now. Okay, I don't want to do this. So what do I want to do? I don't even know. So I just that's where I am now. So I believe this. I'm drained. Yes, I have to admit that. Thank
you. All right, thank you. As I was sharing that, I remembered each time I shared this, it makes me laugh, but actually it brought out a positive outcome. So I think that should be in May. Yeah, that should be in May. So I recently relocated to another state, and trust me, it's been a whole lot. Like I just felt like immediately I moved, everything would just start falling in place, especially when you hear "Thus saith the Lord." And it became what you ordered versus what you were expecting. And then as soon as I moved, I was getting random calls from home. Oh, please, we need this. I think it was in March. It felt like every week there was always something that has to take money out of my account. And it felt like nobody was considering me. Okay. So around May, I was supposed to pay my son's fees. A client was supposed to balance me up, and suddenly she just started giving me a lot of stories. So I was already breaking, I was already at my breaking point. Around April, my birthday period, I had a very terrible news, shattered me, like it was really crazy. So that morning, my sister sent me a message that was on our WhatsApp group and said my son's teeth was having issues and that he wasn't taking care of himself. And I was like, hey, this boy is playing with me. That's what I was talking about, transfer of aggression. And normally, I from like 2 months, he was sick back to back. I'm spending money. Like, that moment you're not saving for yourself, you're just doing everything. So I picked up my phone. I've not gotten angry with that boy that way for so long. I am this very calm mother. Try to understand him. When we are teaching things, we have to practice it. That day, I forgot all my lessons. I picked up my phone and I told him, give him the phone. I was angry. While I was talking, I was crying. I was like, is it that you are after my life? What did I do wrong? Did I do wrong to give birth to you? I said a lot of things. And after I said it, I cried my eyes out and then I went inside. So I asked my sister later on because I felt bad. I asked her, she said he just kept quiet and everything. Yes, he had to sit up, he had to do a lot of things. But because I was overwhelmed, I took it out on him. Someone has to take it. And that moment, I felt like I was doing too many things at the same time. And nobody was listening to me. Nobody was even trying to pay attention to me. And yet, we're still draining me on top of it. So sometimes it happens that way. So I just remember that experience and I just felt like, let me be real. Even me that is teaching, I've done it. I've done it, okay? So you don't have to feel guilty sometimes if it happens, except if you're doing it constantly, then there is a problem. If you're always snapping out at people beyond character flaws, you have an underlying issue you have to deal with. Okay, so we'll just deal with the next points, then we'll have neutral persons also share. So we'll move to the physical signs and the verbal signs. So the first one here, in case you don't know, people always think mental health is just invisible, is something you can't see. Whatever you cannot see can also affect you physically. Your health, it can affect your health, no matter how little it is, okay? So some physical signs of being drained, we have chronic fatigue, which I had mentioned earlier. Even after sleeping, you wake up and it's like all your body parts is paining you. You have body aches, headache, you have tight shoulders or backache, maybe you even have very poor sleeping technique. I don't know. Some people pride in, I'm a very strong woman. I sleep by 2 a.m. and wake up by 4 a.m. Well done, ma. You are just cutting your lifespan by the day and you are thinking it's being a superhero. It's very absolutely wrong. So you tend to have headaches, body pains, and the likes. Then you have loss of appetite or stress eating. In case you don't know, there are some people that whenever they are stressed, they eat anyhow. There are some people when they are stressed, they don't eat. They have loss of appetite. So know which one is yours. Mine, when I'm stressed, depending on the stress. Some stress, I just want to eat. While some stress, I really don't want to eat anything. Then we have hormonal imbalance or irregular periods. Yeah, it can happen like that. I think I had this one time in school. I was really, really stressed out, drained in school. Okay, mine, instead of having, because normally my period flow is 5 days, I had it stretched to 7 days. Enebong was after my life that time. So it was affecting my physical health. We have insomnia or broken sleep. You are sleeping, you are thinking of tasks you want to do. You are thinking of the egg you want to fry for your children to go to school. You are thinking of the business deal you want to close. There's no award for such, especially if you are killing yourself slowly. Then the last one for physical signs. Oh, I can't see. I thought the slide would be shown. Please, Ma, do you mind showing it on the screen so that others could see it as I'm reading it out? Thank you. So the next one, you are pushing through exhaustion out of guilt or duty. You are drained out at work. You are not taking your yearly leave and you are just drained out. It just feels like, yes, sir. And you keep stretching yourself just because you want to look good to people. you are draining yourself out. Then in other sign for for verbal signs rather, is saying no, I'm fine when you are not. Just like when Mom Ejiro was sharing, she said something, I'm going to acknowledge this, I am mentally drained. Acknowledgement is the number one step to your healing. Whatever you don't acknowledge, you cannot come out of it. So constantly saying I'm fine is because I'm strong. That's why I am like this. No, 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 no. If you are not fine, you are not fine. All right. Then the next one, oh, it's because I'm tired. I didn't eat last night. That's why I'm like this. No, 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 no. Or you're constantly using I'm tired. You're saying something that doesn't even relate to anything. And the next thing you're like, I'm tired. I'm tired of life. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Then there's a problem. Then, of course, snapping out our loved ones for small little things. You just start snapping out at everybody. Then lastly here, silently wishing someone would ask you how you are really doing. I think this one, I love it the most. I have a very good friend of mine. When he sends me a message, he will say, Blessing, how are you? And when I say I'm fine, he will say, okay, that's a good one. Let me ask again, how are you? I'll say I'm fine. He will say, now let me ask again, how are you really? When he says that, how are you really? It normally gets to me like, wow, so somebody really wants to know how I'm doing. Okay, so it's important to also extend this to people beyond you expecting it from persons. Okay, and if you're extending it, it makes it easier for me. Now I can ask to other persons because somebody extended it to me. So that moment you're constantly looking, okay, who is really going to ask me how I'm doing? It's also part of you're drained verbally, just want that affirmation, that love and the likes. All right, so I've been speaking English as usual. Let's get like 2 contributions as relating to the physical signs and verbal signs. Have you experienced any of these, or are you experiencing any of this, and can you link it to a root cause? So who is going first? Should I call names? I think I should call names.
Yes,
Not
please. I
rude.
think you should. You should.
All right. Peculiar. Peculiar, are you on the call? Okay. Peculiar has done
Yes,
it.
I'm active. Jesus.
All right, Peculiar, share with us. Have you experienced any of this? And if yes, or okay, have you experienced any of this? Can you tell us the root cause and how you overcame it, or are you currently experiencing it? Let's hear you.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I'm experiencing it right now. I just
Which
figured
of
out
them?
mm, the part of saying I'm fine when I'm actually not fine, and always expecting someone to ask me how am I doing. Like,
Okay. It's as though you are shy. You are shy as you are sharing. It's fine. It's fine. You have tried. You can meet yourself. You have tried. You have done well. So, Monica, let's hear you. I think this is Monica, right? Monica, let's hear you. Did Monica run? Eh? Is it my eye? Monica went off. It went off like a flash. All right, Faith, let's hear you. Faith Corey, let's hear you. Faith, are you on the call? Okay, Faith has left us to our fate. We thank God for life. So we just move on to the next one. As time goes on, we still call on other persons. Please let's do all to contribute beyond us trying to call other persons. It's more engaging when we can share personal experiences. All right. So the next one here is, which is the last signs. There are much more than this. I just, for the sake of the class, I didn't want it to be too long. We have behavioral signs and spiritual signs. There are persons that are very keen about things like this, so it's important we talk about it. So for behavioral signs, you're avoiding people, isolating yourself. Like I said, it's not everything that is introverts and extroverts. Some things you can't lie to yourself, you're just drained. It's not everything that is MBTI. Oh, I am INFJ, I am ENFJ. Is a lie. You know it's because you are drained. You just feel, you hear statements like, I just want to go somewhere, I just want to go to an island where nobody will call me, where nobody will reach me. That is a sign that you're drained. Okay. And then suddenly you just don't want to see people. It just feels like having people around you is a problem. That's a behavioral sign. We have another one, overcommitting to avoid feeling useless. I think this one, I can say it's people, there are persons that just have these, I want to please people. They don't like to be on the wrong side of people. All right, and somehow I can tag it to being temperamental, because phlegmatics likes things like this. So you just want to keep pleasing people. You can't say no. All right. I think it was from a movie, right? I saw that somebody generated panic attack because of this behavioral sign. He recently got a good job over there. Okay, it's a Korean movie. So there's this high expectation. When you go to a very good university, they have a particular expectation for the kind of job you get. So he got it and he felt like it was a very huge milestone. So he wanted to please everybody. And it got so bad that because he cannot say no, he started drowning. He will be in the restroom and he will see himself drowning in water. He started having very serious panic attack. The only place he could find safety is running to the restroom where nobody will be there. And even with that, most times his messages messages are coming in. Please, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? At the end of the day, he had to quit the job. And that's how he just developed the panic attack. He had to go and start seeking psychological help because of that problem. So stop overcommitting to something that will drain you. Okay? Of course, we look at the solutions to all of these things. But I'm just saying this for, if you're a people pleaser, it's important to learn to say no. It won't kill you. It won't make you a bad person. It won't make you less superhuman, make you less a human. It's just human to consider yourself first. Okay? Then the next one, smiling outside, struggling inside. Neglecting personal care or hygiene. Losing interest in dreams and goals. When we are all kids, we have very popular profession we want to become. I wanted to become a doctor. Now you know what I'm doing now. Someone said, you're still a doctor of the mind. It was funny to me. So a lot of people wanted to be lawyers, some people wanted to be a lot of things, but people had to give up their dreams for certain reasons beyond passion. Some persons, because they could not afford to be on that path, they just feel like, no, I can't. I've lost a lot of time. I've put family first. Right now, I can't even do anything again. So it causes that losing interest in dreams. You see, some women, I actually said they want to, part of their dreams is to be a good mother, have children. Then suddenly you are seeing them saying that I don't want to get married, I don't want to even have children. Right now, I just want to tour around the world. You may say it's fine, it's acceptable. The question is, what happened before that change? Yes, there are some people that want such a life. It's so fine. Everybody just stick to what works for you. All right. But then if you're losing interest in your dreams or goals, it could be a behavioral sign. Then spiritual sign, you're struggling to pray or read the Bible. If you enjoy it normally and suddenly you don't have interest in it again, it's a spiritual sign that, okay, you're drained, you're tired of waiting, you're tired of expecting, and then you're feeling disconnected from God, serving others but not feeding your own soul, more like you're pleasing people, going through the motions in church or ministry, feeling guilty for being spiritually dry. All right, those are some signs. Okay, so is there anybody that wants to share with us in this aspect before we take a flight? So did anybody, or rather, has anybody experienced such a thing? I've experienced for everyone, but I just feel that more interactive if others share. Glory, do you have an experience in this area? Glory? Okay. Anytime I call him and they don't respond, I just feel like you're talking to yourself. All right, Mercy. Mercy, you joined in late, but so nice to have you. Mercy has gone off again. It's like I'll not call him more. Anytime I call him name, they just go off. Okay, I think we should just continue. There's still Q&A. All right, thank you. Monica, you're back. We'll come back to you later. So please, the next slide. So let's look at the heart check and your reflection. Define healthy strengths versus toxic strength. Health strength. Know when to pause, ask for help, or rest. Stop forming a woman doesn't ask for help. No, ask. Babe, please help me bathe the children. Some men don't have the intuition. I'm talking about those that are married. Some men don't have the intuition that this is how they ought to do. Then you can as well have an open conversation and ask for help. I don't know, depend on who you marry. If you married a traditionalist, it may be a very big issue because those traditionalists have this kind of mindset that a woman does everything. Their own contribution is towards having the children and just spending in the house. Any other thing is a woman's job. I've met guys that say they cannot wash plates, they cannot cook. It's a woman's job. There's nothing like a woman's job. If you feel this will help make your partner feel less stressed, then reach out to help, okay? Then don't feel guilty to rest, of course. Then we have toxic strength. Suppresses emotions, isolates or overfunctions, all right? Then the next slide here is talking about mental health check-in questions. So let's reflect or journal quietly. I think we can type this to the group for persons to go through it. How am I really doing right now for myself emotionally and mentally? Are you in a right state of mind, or it's just a little thing left for you to snap out or just go haywire? So you have to ask yourself that question. The next question is, when last did I take care of myself? Before you became a Mrs., your name was first Blessing. Before you became Mama Ejiro, that I'm talking about, you have a child, okay? Your name is still Blessing. Funny enough, your name remains Blessing. Beyond other titles that you are carrying, always remember that your name is still your name. That means you are still the person. Titles may come and go, titles may remain, but that doesn't change the fact that you are your primary responsibility. Women mistake this thing. Right now, speaking to those that have children, they feel that my primary purpose is just for my child. That's true, but not entirely true. The primary focus starts from you. If you're not there, if you're not sane, the child they are thinking you're trying to stretch and burn yourself out for, you may end up not even living to see the child. So when last did you take care of yourself? Am I stretching myself beyond capacity? What do I need help with, and who can I ask? Where do I need help and who can I ask? You can ask your sister, okay, can you come and stay with the kids for the weekend? Where are you going to? I'm going to Ikeja Mall. Sister, what do you want to go and do? Don't worry. Just stay with the children for me for 10 hours or 6 hours. Don't call me, anything that happens, don't try it. You go there, you go and see a movie. You go to karaoke booths, you do the 3D game, just relaxing yourself. But in order for you to relax, you need to ask for help. So it's very important. Then the next one here is what helps? Practical strategy. In case you are thinking, okay, I need to ask for help. So what kind of help do I need? All right, I'm burned out, I'm trying to relax, but I need help. So number one here, schedule your me moments. Even 10 minutes daily. Every day I have my me time. I call it me time. Please, Ma, you can go to the next slide so that they can see it. Thank you. Schedule a me time. There's this particular time in the day that I stop replying to responding to messages. I just focus on myself. No, the slide before this one. There's a slide before this. So have a me time. That me time is uninterrupted. It's me, myself, and I. You can call it your selfish moment where you're looking out for yourself. You can do things that make you happy. It's as simple as maybe going on TikTok, seeing a movie, playing game, anyone. But make sure this time you are focusing on yourself on daily basis. Number two, emotional hygiene. Journal, talk to somebody, cry if you have to cry. Don't feel that you're a weakling or you feel weak when you cry. No. Have that emotional check-ins. Then the third one is say no. Oh my God. I say no with my full chest. I say no. It's painful, but I have to think of myself first a lot of time. And of course, there are times I go over and beyond for people, but there are times you really have to say no. Boundaries protect your mind. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I do this tomorrow? You have to do it right now. Oh, I'm sorry, I cannot. If it's tomorrow, then I can do it. But if it is now, I have a lot on my desk, I cannot do it. It won't kill you. I personally feel that people respect people more when they have boundaries. All right? If you have somebody that comes to your house by 7 a.m. every day, you can as well tell the person, oh, I really love you, but I appreciate if you don't come to my house by 7 a.m. If you must visit me, please, could you make it like 10 a.m. so that I could have been done with a lot of things? All right? It's not a big deal. Even to your in-laws, you can tell them. Even to your very good friends, you can tell them. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just have your boundaries. All right? Number 4, delegate and delete. Not everything deserves your yes, and there are things you just have to delegate. Okay? So you don't start overthinking. Sometimes this overthinking is because you are not delegating to anybody. You just want to do everything by yourself. I am too exceptional. No, you will burn yourself out. Then number 5, you have therapy support groups. You don't have to do it alone. That's part of the things we are doing in mini therapy boot camp, where people just learn to rely on each other. I'm burned out, you're burned out. I think I can help you here, and I think you can help me here. So you can as well have such a thing. It will help you go a long way. Then the last one here is nourish your spirit. Meditation is very, very powerful. I do it every day. That's why you've seen that I've not gone I've not gone bananas. It's because I try to do all of these things that I'm teaching us tonight. All right? So I'm sorry that it looks like I'm rushing. I'm looking at the time so I don't go outside the timeline. Okay? So please bear with me. All right? So what support looks like? Safe friendship. I want to support my friend, but I don't know how to. She's always very tired. Allow the person find safety in you. Okay? Trusted mentors. You can share with your mentors. There are several times I've cried to my mentors. Several times. So I've trusted mentors. Professional help. I think that's one of those places that I am praying and believing that a lot of Africans come to terms with, where people go for professional help, where you don't need to have very serious trauma to deal with before you go. There are those times you just go for weekly check-in. Okay, I have to go and drop off this load. I need somebody that is not judgmental, things like that. Seek professional help. Community spaces. Seek community spaces. For instance, this MEEI, like I said, I prefer calling it that way. It's always very interesting when we have activities every day. See things, I'm always dropping comments in the group. It's engaging to have such a space where people, beyond just intelligent conversations, we have times where we share. There was a particular time I was running a course and we're like, oh, what is that thing you want to accomplish that week? I wrote it down. Do you know this surprising thing? And I wrote when I was going to be done. By a day before, A message was sent on the group. How is it going? I was like, wow, so somebody really cares. So something like that, having a good community space goes a long way. Then the last, well, we have another one, encourage vulnerability. You're not a burden, you're a human. Don't feel that talking to people makes me feel like I'm a burden. No, you're a human, it's needed. Okay, we need each other to survive. So let's reframe strength. Strength is asking for help. Strength is taking breaks. Strength is healing. Strength rather is letting go. Strength is saying no to preserve your yes. These are just simple acts that makes you stay sane. All right? These are just things that just helps you. So for second to the last slide here is call to action. Ask this question: what's one thing you will start doing differently from today? We have talked about several things here. Talked about your me time. We've talked about your talking to somebody. Talked about saying no. We've talked about delegation, therapy, support groups. Talked about meditation and the likes. So start doing. You don't need to do everything at a go. Start with one per day until you get used to it. All right. Then the next one here, you are not failing. You are human, and that's okay. It's okay to feel this way. It's okay to have your high moments. It's okay to have your low moments. It doesn't mean you are less human. All right. Then the last one here is you. Oh my God, I'm sorry for the typo. Okay, so the last one is, as I'm seeing the grammar, I'm like, is it me that typed this? The last one is, you can be a superwoman and still be sane. So prioritize your mental health. You can be that superwoman, you can be the super boss, you can be the super wife, you can be the super mother, but you have to prioritize your mental health. All right? So this is the moment we have to take questions and answer, or rather questions if you have any. Thank you very much once again, Ejiro, for having me, and it's been interesting. Thank you very much. So I think I can hand over to you right now. So maybe you can anchor the Q&A, something like that, right?
Yeah, thank you so much. Please, I want to see, yes, see, thank you, Kanti. I didn't even have to say it. I want to see the emojis. Me, women, give our amazing speaker blessing a clap, bubbles, give her everything she needs to have. That was an amazing presentation. Thank you so much. In fact, what hurts me though was the fact that people didn't want to interact. And I'm wondering why. Why do women always shy away from such conversations? I mean, you're calling somebody's name and they're going off the call because they don't want to talk. And only God knows what that person is going through. You know, it's just funny. Let's learn to share, please. Let's learn to share.